In this video, we'll be showing how to apply the MicroQuartz Hard Transit XL floor system by Impera Italia and the Ecoresinas company. So what is the MicroQuartz Hard Transit XL system? It's a ready-to-use, anti-mold, waterproof, seamless coating system designed for floors and walls. It provides very high resistance. It's a versatile system that can be used on both indoor and outdoor renovations of floors and walls. It is an excellent temperature transmitter and is resistant to underfloor heating systems. In this video, we'll be focusing specifically on the floor application. Before starting, we must check the substrate. Substrate resistance must be equal to or greater than concrete at 25 megapascals. Check for cracks or loose pieces and repair them with high resistance, no shrinkage mortar. The MicroQuartz system is applied in successive layers that reach between 2 to 3.5 millimeters total. This requires a smooth support. Level the support before application if necessary. Use high resistance materials to level the substrate if there are significant imperfections. The environment must be dry. Identify and resolve residual or water table humidity. Use a chemical vapor barrier for residual moisture. Do not apply the system if the temperature is below 5 degrees. Temperatures below 15 degrees will significantly lengthen drying times. Temperatures above 25 degrees shorten the drying process and can make the product difficult to work with. Now, what is the perfect substrate? The MicroQuartz system can be applied on concrete, terrazzo, ceramic, cement mortar, or any mineral support. The MicroQuartz system cannot be applied on rubber, metal, or wooden flooring systems such as parquet. MicroQuartz can be applied onto plywood, MDF or OSB boards provided that they're fully stable and properly fixed. In these boards, it's important to sand the surface to open the pore for the correct adhesion. Underfloor heating system with MicroQuartz. The heating system must be covered by a screed layer of approximately 20 to 25 mm above the heating elements to provide a stable base for the MicroQuartz application. Prior to the MicroQuartz application, the underfloor heating system, whether it's pipe or electric, should be tested to put the substrate through a heating and expansion cycle to allow for any cracks to appear due to expansion. This conditioning should be made in stages. Please find the details below. If any cracking appears, this must be repaired accordingly prior to the application of MicroQuartz. We will begin the application by applying our primer. In this case, it's called PrimerQuartz. PrimerQuartz is an initial preparation layer for both floors and walls. It's applied directly to the support as the first step of the coating system. The consumption rate of PrimerQuartz is approximately 200 grams or 0.2 kg per square meter. We do not recommend applying PrimerQuartz on surfaces containing more than 4% humidity. The primer dilution is dependent on substrate porosity. If the substrate is non-porous, like tiles, then the PrimerQuartz does not require any dilution. For porous surfaces, however, you can dilute it by up to 20%. Before applying the PrimerQuartz to a non-porous surface, bear in mind that this should be keyed using an angle grinder fitted with a diamond blade first. We are going to start by applying the PrimerQuartz to the corners using a brush and then a roller for the main surface area. Once the PrimerQuartz has been applied, we will begin what we call our anti-crack system. First component of the anti-crack system is our 80-gram glass fiber mesh. The anti-crack system is applied to prevent any movement of the substrate and from cracks appearing in the material application. This is non-negotiable with this product and is an absolute must, both for the strength but also for the flexibility of the whole system. The mesh should be embedded directly into the wet coat of PrimerQuartz. This will act as a glue to hold the mesh in place. Then, the mesh should be pressed down and flattened with a trowel. When applying the mesh, make sure to overlap the mesh by 5 centimeters on the edges. For every 1 square meter of the substrate, there is 1.2 square meters of 80-gram mesh provided to allow for the overlapping that is necessary. Once primed, lay your pre-cut mesh over the wet surface and smooth it out using a trowel. Once our mesh has been stuck down to the PrimerQuartz, our next step will be to apply the MicroQuartz hard base directly on top of it. The MicroQuartz hard base is a specific base coat used primarily for floor application. It is applied immediately after the mesh has been embedded into the PrimerQuartz in order to cover it completely. The recommended consumption rate for floors is 1.6 kilos per square meter, and this should be applied in one coat. It should also be applied using a rigid stainless steel trowel with beveled edges. Allow the hard base layer to dry for at least 3 hours before proceeding with the next coat. Please note that hard base is not used on wall applications of the MicroQuartz system. Instead, Ecoresinas base will be provided. Follow the mesh immediately by applying MicroQuartz hard base into corners using a steel spatula to ensure clean, precise application in the corners. Then, the main surface can be applied using a rigid steel trowel. The thickness of the coat should be up to about 1 mm. For the best control and seamless finish, we recommend working in linear sections. The width of the working area should be comfortable for you to reach. We recommend overlapping the mesh up to 5 centimeters. There is no need to do more than that. Now, be careful not to use the trowel or spatula too hard against the mesh, or you may end up cutting it, making it lose its purpose. Continue this process of applying PrimerQuartz, mesh and hard base until the entire floor is consistently covered. Allow the hard base layer to dry for at least 3 hours. Please note that drying times will vary significantly based on room temperature, ventilation and humidity. Once finished, we should end up with something looking like this. It is okay if the mesh is still seen. Once our anti-crack system is complete, we'll move on to the first coat of Hard Transit XL. This will be our colored plaster and the main decorative coat of the MicroQuartz system. This coat contains the color. It's a high performance coating that provides the fundamental visual and physical composition to the entire finish. This is a ready to use product and does not require any dilution or combination with other products. The large grain size of this component is the key to the product's overall strength and resistance. Once dry, this can of course be sanded down to a smoother finish if the grainy texture is not desired. Alternatively, you can inquire about our MicroQuartz Fine, a smoother top coat for our MicroQuartz systems. The floor consumption of MicroQuartz Hard Transit XL is approximately 2 kilos per square meter on 2 coats. Allow the first coat of Hard Transit XL to dry for 3 to 6 hours. The second coat's drying time is also about 3 to 6 hours, and you can walk on the surface after about 8 hours. Please remember that drying times may vary depending on your temperature, humidity and ventilation. Next, we're going to prep the surface for the application of Hard Transit XL. Once the base coat is completely dry, we will start by scraping the surface and removing any imperfections. We want to have a very nice and smooth surface to work on. Next, we're going to sand down any remaining rough areas using our 50 grit diamond disc or a hand pad, and take note of corners as these are the most fiddly to do. However, if the application is smooth enough, you don't have to sand it. Before beginning the decorative coat, we should have retaped the whole area, scraped and sanded all surfaces, and vacuumed the area to remove any dust residue. If all checked, let's move on to the next step. Now we're going to begin our first coat of Hard Transit XL. This is the plaster that gives our finish the color. 2 coats of this are required. For detailed corner work, you can use your preferred tools. This could be a brush, a spatula, a cat tongue trowel, or a round tip trowel. We recommend starting with corners to prevent any product pooling or heavy buildups in tighter areas. We also recommend working section by section to ensure smooth and consistent application. You can use the spatula to remove any extra material from the edges. Allow the first coat of Hard Transit XL to fully dry, which is approximately 3 to 6 hours. It is possible to do 2 coats per day. After the coat is fully dried, you can sand it down using the diamond disc in 50 grit. We have also used the hand pad to smooth out the outer edges. After that, you can proceed to apply a second coat of Hard Transit XL using the flexible steel trowel and the preferred tool for corners. Make sure to remove any extra material as you go to ensure smooth edges. As we finish the second coat of Hard Transit XL, we should remove all the tape whilst the coat is still wet. This will help to avoid any chipping of the coat once it dries, or for the tape to get stuck within. Allow the second coat to dry completely for approximately 8 hours and then it needs to be sanded. For sanding, we use a combination of tools to ensure a smooth finish. Firstly, we're going to use the floor sanding machine for large areas. We have used 100 grit pads for this. When working with a large sander, we recommend attaching the hoover to minimize dust. Then for more precise work, we're going to be using a handheld sanding machine with a 50 grit diamond disc. This machine can also be used on the sides as well. For corners and edges, we recommend using an angle grinder paired with a corner pad attachment to ensure flawless, professional finish, even in the tightest of spaces. The hand pad is very useful for any external corners or small details that require extra attention. After we have finished sanding, we're going to vacuum the space to ensure that we have a nice clean surface on which to continue. We should end up with a nice and smooth surface which is ready for the next step. Once we have finished our Hard Transit XL coat, sanded it and cleaned it, we're ready to apply our primer finish. The primer finish is applied directly on top of the Hard Transit XL before the final resin is applied. This is known as a pre-sealer. You could think of it as a primer before the resin. This will create the perfect surface for the strong, durable resin to adhere on top. making sure the finish is as protected as possible. The floor consumption for the primer finish is approximately 70 grams or 0.07 kilos per square meter. The drying time for the primer finish is around 3 to 4 hours. Then you can apply a thin coat of the primer finish using a roller. We recommend using a fanning motion to ensure a uniform finish. The primer finish should be allowed to dry for at least 3 to 4 hours. Finally, we will apply the resin for the MicroQuartz system. This is known as the two-component finish W TRP Radiant. This makes up the final step of the MicroQuartz system. The resin contains a component A and a component B. Both components are unique to the specific sheen level required. It is not recommended to mix the component A of one variant with the component B of the other. The finished W TRP Radiant is applied on 2 coats. We recommend preparing only enough mixture for 1 coat at a time. The floor consumption for the finished W TRP Radiant is about 120 grams or 0.12 kg per square meter, and this is on 2 coats. Now, this resin can be diluted with 10% water if required. The drying time of the finished W TRP Radiant is approximately 8 hours per coat. After the primer finish has dried, you can mix finished W TRP Radiant components A and B together. The ratio is 5 parts of component A to 1 part of component B. If you want to do the second coat on a different day, do not mix all the materials together. This will cause them to harden, making them unusable the following day. Just mix the half of materials for the first coat of finished W TRP Radiant and leave the second half of materials for the time you'll be doing the second coat. Start by applying the first coat of finished W TRP Radiant using the flexible plastic trowel or a roller, and for this demonstration we have used a 280mm plastic trowel, the roller and the brush. Allow the first coat of finished W TRP Radiant to dry completely, and this usually will take about 8 hours. After the first coat has fully dried, you can proceed to apply a second coat of finished W TRP Radiant. This is the final stage where you can choose the sheen level for your finish, whether it's a matte or a satin. It is not recommended to make something like the component A from the matte with the component B for the satin and vice versa. Allow the second coat of finished W TRP Radiant to fully dry, and this process should take about 8 hours. For the resin, it is okay to wait until the coat has fully dried to take off the tapes. This will be the finished result after 48 hours. The color used here was Earl's Court. Your floor will be walkable after 24 hours. However, it will take between 15 and 30 days to fully cure and reach its maximum hardness. During this time, we recommend you avoid dragging heavy furniture across the room. It's a good idea to use pads on chair legs, especially if they're narrow. The surface is easy to clean with a damp cloth and traditional pH neutral cleaning products. We recommend to avoid using bleach or chlorine on this type of finish. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Please do not hesitate to contact us if you have any questions, or to book yourself into one of our many courses and become a MicroQuartz Pro. All products used in this video are linked below. You can also feel free to reach out to us directly at www.imperoitalia.com, or you can give us a call on 0208 830 5100. Thanks for watching.